Welcome to my channel, everyone. My name is Desi. You're watching my channel, Desi Ventures, where we talk about beauty, fashion, and travel. Today we are going to be going over Fenty Skin versus Curology. You may be wondering why put these two skincare lines against one another when Curology is known as an online prescription service, while Fenty Skin is known as a subsidiary of a beauty skincare line. Well, they have a lot of similarities. They come in around the same price point, and I would say if your skin is in a steady state, these two might be an option for you. So let's get into this review. Today we will be going over what these two skincare lines are, how they're defined on their websites. We're also going to be going over my personal experience, why I chose either one, the price point, the quantity, the quality, the duration of product, and my final thoughts. Now let's get into how these skincare lines are defined. Curology is an online prescription membership service. They do offer a few products, and I say a few, I want to highlight a few because it's not a lot. They offer a cleanser, a custom formula, and a moisturizer. Now you can try their product line for free. That is actually how I first tried the product. I tried their free trial. It lasted around a month, and from there I used it for 2 full years, and it definitely helped clear my skin. The maskne that I was having went away. It got my skin into a steady state. And as of right now, I no longer use the custom formula. I haven't been using the custom formula for over 8 months. I just don't need it in my skincare routine anymore. I do plan on canceling it very soon because I do feel like my skin is needing something else. Now, what is that something else? Well, it's drier, it's winter, it's colder outside, and my skin is becoming extremely dry. Unfortunately, the Curology moisturizer isn't cutting it for me right now, and I have to reapply it multiple times throughout the day. And I'm talking about 15 minutes after I've applied it, I'm having to reapply it. I started looking for a different moisturizer, which led me to Fenty Skin. Now, Fenty Skin can be defined as a beauty skincare line because it did come from Fenty Beauty, and now they have Fenty Skin. On their website, they offer an array of products. You have spot treatments, you have body creams, there are scrubs and such. And I do want to try a little bit more of their product line. Now, each of these comes with 3 products in your travel size kit, your full size kit for both lines. Fenty Skin is going to be coming with a cleanser, a toner, which they call the fat water, and a moisturizer that does contain SPF. Your Curology is going to be coming with a cleanser, a custom formula that's prescribed just for your skin, and a moisturizer that does not contain SPF. Now with Curology, you do submit pictures and you do get to talk to one of their dermatologists online who does end up prescribing you based off the pictures that you submit. With Fenty Skin, you can get it at your local Sephora or off the Fenty website. Curology isn't as accessible in person. You do have to order it online, so that is just something to take into account. But you are getting a custom formula, which is a lot different than Fenty Skin. Now, if you were to compare the two just to see which one has the more variety, I would say Fenty Skin has more variety. But Curology has definitely narrowed down their product line for good reason to just a few products like a cleanser, your custom formula, the moisturizer. They now offer a sunscreen, which they didn't offer before when I first started with Curology. They have acne patches, which I don't prefer, and they even have an acne body wash. Now Fenty Skin, on the other hand, you have an array of products. You can go onto their website. They're cruelty-free, gluten-free. It seems like an overall well-branded skincare line as far as having all of the good things that you would want to have in your skincare. Now let's move into the price. So the price of a starter kit for Fenty Skin is only $43. Now you may be wondering, well, how long is that $43 going to last me? We will get into the quantity of the starter kit versus a full-size kit, which would come in around $80 in just a few. Curology, on the other hand, you can get a 1-month free trial, and your kit for 3 months is gonna run you around $65. I didn't realize that it was getting that expensive, but I pay around $66.35 to be exact, and that does last me 3 months. Now, I'm not using the custom formula, which is truly what I was paying for with Curology. So what's the point of me actually paying that subscription service for the 3 months if I'm not using it? Now let's get into the quantity of these for the price. I will be looking at my phone here because it's a lot of milliliters and fluid ounces in this. Let's start off with Fenty Skin and their starter travel kit. In the cleanser, you will get 1.52 fluid ounces or 45 milliliters. In the moisturizer, you will get 1 fluid ounce, 30 milliliters. In the toner or fat water, you will get 1.7 fluid ounces and 50 milliliters. In the full size, you will get a cleanser that's 4.9 fluid ounces or 145 milliliters. The moisturizer, you will get 1.7 fluid ounces and 50 milliliters. And in the toner or fat water, you will get 5 fluid ounces and 150 milliliters. The travel size is $43 and the full size is $80. I would say, based off of my usage, the Fenty Skin goes a long way. I use less than a pea size amount just for the cleanser and the moisturizer. So I know this is going to last me more than a month just with the travel size. Now, if I were to take a guess at how long it'll last me, I would say it's going to last me around 2 months for the $43. So we're talking about almost the same price point per month based off the Curology. So that means when you get your actual full size, we're roughly talking about the same price for these products. Now Curology, like I mentioned before, is coming in at $66.35. That's my specific price that I'm paying for a 3-month subscription. Now if you were to get a 3-month subscription, this is how much would come in your Curology. The cleanser would come in at 2.7 fluid ounces for 80 milliliters. The moisturizer would be 1.7 fluid ounces for 50 milliliters, and the custom formula would be 24 grams, and that would be your $66.35. Your free trial would come in the following sizes. The cleanser for the month trial is 25 milliliters, the moisturizer is 25 milliliters, and the custom formula is 12 milliliters. When I originally got my month trial, I ran out of all of these fairly quickly. I didn't know if it was because I had a big face, but I did figure it out once I started trying the Fenty Skin and I was able to compare the two, that it's not just my big head. It's actually the quality of the product and just the consistency that I had to use. So I just had to use more of the cleanser and I just had to use more of the moisturizer because they were thinner compared to Fenty Skin. Now let's get into the quality of these two products. When it comes to the cleansers, I would say they are fairly similar, except the Fenty Skin a little goes a long way. Like I mentioned before, I use less than a pea-size amount to do my entire face. It lathers extremely nicely. The consistency is thick. With Curology, the consistency is pretty loose, and I would say I have to use a dime-size amount to cleanse my entire face. I personally prefer the Fenty Skin cleanser. I do feel like my face is just a tad bit squeakier and cleaner with it, but I would say comparably, they're around the same level if you were to choose out of the two. Now, with Curology, like I mentioned, you have a custom formula, which worked great for my skin. I will say if you look at my previous review, which will be linked above my head, on MD Acne versus Curology, the Curology custom formula worked wonders, but when I did have breakouts and I would put that custom formula on it, it would create like a soreness under the skin, and that was it trying to get whatever was under my skin out, but it would hurt. Fenty Skin doesn't offer a custom formula, so if you are having massive breakouts, you're going to be at a loss here, and I would definitely go with Curology if that's what you're looking for. Now that my skin is in a steady state and I no longer use the custom formula, I can really use any skincare brand that I would like as long as it works for my skin. Fenty Skin, instead of a custom formula, offers a toner, which they call the fat water, which I thought was very interesting. It does feel like a thick water or a toner, but at first I really didn't know what this product did for my skin personally until I actually read it and I said, I do think it does that. It's supposed to prevent oiliness on the skin, specifically this fat water, because they do have a hydration fat water, which helps with hydration of the skin. With this fat water, it's kind of cool to put on. It's got a cool bottle. It's got a cool color. This will last you 3 months, just the travel size bottle. So if you get the full size bottle, it might last you all year. Right now, I would say I don't see a huge effect, but I do think it pairs well with the rest of the line. Now, when it comes to the moisturizer, which was one of my big concerns with Curology, because now that it is winter, it's colder outside, the air is drier, my skin is getting extremely dry when I'm coming out of the shower or just cleansing my face, and I'm having to reapply their moisturizer 2 or 3 times before I even go to bed. And that's like, I shower 30 minutes before bed, I put on my moisturizer, and by the time I hit the bed 5 minutes later, I'm having to reapply the moisturizer because my skin is that dry. The Fenty Skin moisturizer with SPF is amazing. I love it. A little goes a long way here. I can see that this product would probably last me around 2 months just based off the usage and the amount that I use. It's nice and thick. With the moisturizer from Curology, it isn't as thick, it's kind of a loose texture, and I think that's why I'm having to use more, because it just isn't as thick. It doesn't sit on the skin like it should. It absorbs into the skin really fast. With the Fenty Skin, it also absorbs into the skin fairly quickly, but I can feel that my skin is moisturized for 8 hours, an entire day. I also don't get a slimy feeling when I sweat when using the moisturizer, which is another big concern people might have. When you put on a moisturizer and then you go for a very long run or you're working out, you might feel this slime. And it's not just your sweat, it's the sweat plus your moisturizer. And I noticed that I'm slimier when I'm using Curology, and I don't have as much as that slimy feeling when I'm using Fenty Skin, which is a concern of mine. It may not be a concern of yours. Like I was mentioning, a little goes a long way with Fenty Skin. So let's talk about the duration of these products. So for your 1 month free trial of Curology, it may last you the month. Like I said before, I was running out around 2 or 3 weeks into that month trial. When I ended up getting the 3-month subscription, I started getting used to how much I should use, and that does last me around 3 months, but I would say it's a little skimpy on the custom formula, as in they could add more. Now, when it comes to Fenty Skin, I actually haven't even finished my entire travel set yet. And I love the sizes of each of these products because you can travel with either size. But with Fenty Skin, a little goes a long way just with the quality of the actual product. It's thicker with the cleanser and the moisturizer. The fat water has a lot of quantity in it for the amount that you would probably use for your face. It just seems like they did this product line correctly when it comes to duration. Now let's get into my final thoughts. If your skin is in a steady state and you don't need a prescription skincare, I would recommend that you try Fenty Skin. I personally think it's a great skincare line. I love the moisturizer, which is the reason that I sought it out. I love the fact that a little goes a long way with the product line, meaning your money's gonna go farther with this product line and you can use it for a longer period of time rather than just the 1 month or the 3 months, especially if you get the full size products. With Curology, I think this is a great brand for someone who is having an issue and all the other product lines aren't working. You've tried everything. You're having a lot of skin irritation. You may want to go to a dermatologist, but if Curology is appealing to you, I would recommend trying Curology and using that to see if it could clear up some of your problems. Now, you do have to submit pictures and you order it online. It is a subscription service, so that means you're going to be paying and then they ship it to you and your doorstep. So if you're not in a steady place, it may not be the best option for you because they are going to ship you your products and you cannot go into a store to get them. But the custom formula did work for me and the issues that I was having with acne, and they cleared them up just fine. It's been getting my skin into a great, healthy, steady state so I can try other product lines, which I absolutely love and thank Curology for. But now it's time to move on because my skin needs to stay moisturized and Curology just wasn't cutting it for me. So which one would you choose? Leave a comment down below. Now, if you've made it this far in the video, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. I have a great year in store for us in 2023 and I hope you're a part of it. I'll see you guys in my next video.